Okay, now I'm in the field for the second time with the hunter200. The first time, well actually the second time, I crashed and I destroyed a motor and I destroyed my RunCam. So now I have other motors, still cheap Sunnysky 2300s. And instead of a RunCam 3 I've got a GoPro. So if you see some footage with an orange camera and black motors, that's why. But in the crash, when I destroyed my RunCam 3, I also ejected the SD card. So somewhere over here is an SD card with all the flight footage. So I have to take it up for the second time to show you how it's like to fly with this. And I can tell you how it flies because I've flown it already, of course, but I will wait until we are done with this flight. So let's go and fly. So that was a short-lived flight because the props just exploded mid-air. So I will put on some real props instead of these cheap hard plastic ones that came with the frame, and after that we will try again. We will try again round 2. Got some decent props on it, but with a high pitch, and these are old Sunnysky 2300 kV motors, so I don't know how it handles these props, but we will see. Yeah, I've got some grenades! Woo. Well, the verdict on the hunter200 frame. Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was way worse than it is. I always test with stock PIDs from BetaFlight and do my own rates on it, and it flew pretty well with it. Also, I've come to discover that it's a pretty sturdy frame, because as you know, I crashed very hard, destroyed a motor, destroyed the RunCam on top, the RunCam 3, and I destroyed the 4-in-1 ESC. But I don't know if you can see it, but there is just a little scaving on the carbon, so it's pretty sturdy. Now the shape of it still is strange, and it's noticeable that it's a strange shape, because first of all, you've got a little pendulum effect with your camera, as you may have seen on the footage that I showed before. Because when you are flying and you want to take a turn, you make a roll, then the whole top goes from left to right. And with most frames that I have, the camera is in line with the props. You see the prop and the camera are in line. So if you do a roll, then your view stays the same. Yeah, it rolls, but it doesn't act like a pendulum. And this one does. It goes like that, and it's a strange feeling. Now it also makes a strange sound, because yeah, you have two props blowing into each other, but yeah, why not? Why not? The quality of the package as it comes, well, that clearly sucks, because I needed some extra screws, because they did not put enough screws in it. They gave white standoffs. Everything is black, and then they gave white nylon standoffs, and of that they gave too much. So for package quality, it's not that bad. But since it's a very cheap frame and it turns out to be very durable, and yeah, it just looks funny. Just take it out to the field to your flying buddies, and everybody is going, what is that? What is that? And when you take off, and everybody says, what is that sound? And then you can say, well, it's the hunter200 frame. It's very cheap and it's fun. Or maybe you don't say that it's very cheap, but I am cheap. Everything I do has to be cheap, so I am not afraid to tell anybody that it's a cheap frame. And cheap frames are not always as cheap as you think, because when it's durable, it's not that cheap anymore. Yeah, I'm rambling. The hunter200 frame, would I recommend it to you? Now, only if you want to make your buddies laugh because you have a strange frame, and after that make them go, what? Because it flies, well, pretty darn well. Even with those cheap Sunnysky 2204, you know, those little motors that we used 2-3 years ago, 2204 motors, and you have fun with it. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it, because if the package was better, if everything came with it that should be in it, screws and stuff, then it would be better. But just for fun and just to make your buddies go, what? I like it. So there you have it. The hunter200 frame. Yeah, bye bye. Right? No, not the frame, not the frame. not the frame. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Bye bye. Now this one was bye bye, but to you, not the frame. Yeah, okay.